What is up, guys? How you guys doing? If you're new to my channel, my name is J-Dog. And if you are not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and leave a like down on the video. And leave a comment down below on what you guys think of this video. So, as many of you know, I am a roller coaster enthusiast. I love riding coasters. And I've been to Six Flags Great America because that is my home park, which I enjoy. But now, since I live in Vegas, the only nearest park to me is Magic Mountain in Los Angeles. There's also the Six Flags Park in San Fran, as well as the two out in Texas, which I should hopefully get to eventually. So in this video, I'm going to go over the top 18 coasters that I've ridden, from least favorite to my favorite ride. And you'll be surprised with the first two that I picked. So let's start off with number 18. That's going to be El Loco at the Adventure Dome here in Las Vegas. I've ridden that ride once, and it was okay. I mean, the lift is decent. The first drop is pretty good. It goes straight down, but other than that, it's not really that great of a ride, in my opinion. I'm not a huge fan of it, so that's about it with that. Next up is Sprocket Rockets. That's in my home park of Great America. It's a little kids ride. It's in the kids section. That is a fun ride to ride as well. And it was used to be known as Space Lease Sprocket Rockets, and they changed the name. I believe one or 2 years ago they changed the name. It does pack a little bit of a punch, especially if you're like a younger person, especially a little kid. That is a fun ride to ride. Next up is Little Dipper. That was a wooden roller coaster that was at Kittyland in Melrose Park before it moved to Great America in 2010-2011 season. Another family friendly ride for the kids. I try to ride that every time I go there because it brings back memories from my childhood. But the only issue with that ride is it's a one train operation and the line gets pretty long with that. Next up is Demon, also at Six Flags Great America. Decent ride. I've marathoned it several times. Only issue with that ride is it's very bumpy. Does make my neck hurt a lot and does give me a headache from time to time, so I don't really ride it a whole lot, and that ride hardly ever has a line anyway. So if you want to ride it, best thing to do is to marathon it all day if you wanted to, but I can probably do like 4, maybe 5 rides in a row before I have to move on. Next ride is the Canyon Blaster at the Adventure Dome. It's an indoor ride, and it's kind of like Demon, same concept basically. And with that ride, it's bumpy as well. It does give me a headache and makes my neck hurt. And I've ridden it a couple of times, and I don't like that ride at all. Next up is Superman Ultimate Flight at Great America. And that is a flying coaster. You're on your stomach the whole ride. And I don't really like the sensation of being on my stomach on a roller coaster. Only good element on that is the pretzel loop. But that's the only good element in that ride. Other than that, though, the sensation of being on your stomach during a roller coaster isn't all that great. Next up is Dark Knight, also at Great America. A lot of these rides, like I said, will be at Great America unless otherwise noted. So next one is Dark Knight. And I remember the first time I ever rode it was with my mom and my brother. And we rode it right when it opened. We waited 3 hours in line. And that was when they would put you in a room and you would watch a video basically before you got into the station. And as of the past couple of years I've ridden it, the line is still long. A lot of people still ride it. It's like a kid's coaster now. But the only issue with that now is a lot of the effects don't work anymore inside the ride. So there's a lot of dark areas while you're riding, which isn't as good as it used to be. Next up is the Wizard, former ride I operated when I worked at Great America in 2018. Fun ride, goes through like the terrain and everything. A lot of hairpin turns, and it has really good helix near the end of it. So not one of my favorite rides, but still in my top 15. That's number 11 on the list. Next up at number 10 is going to be the Big Apple Coaster at the New York in Las Vegas. It's basically on the outside of the hotel, and it goes into the hotel. And just to get to the ride, you have a long walk from the casino level. You have to walk through the arcade, just get to the entrance to the coaster. And let's just say that that is a neck jerker. It's very bumpy, but it's enjoyable. I actually enjoyed it. A lot of people that have ridden it don't really like it, but that is honestly a decent roller coaster in my opinion. Next up, number 9 is Batman the Ride at Great America. First looping coaster by B&M to be placed in a theme park. Decent ride. I enjoyed. I can marathon it. But other than that, the line does get long, especially during Fright Fest. Even during the regular season, the line can get long. So if you ride Batman, best idea is to ride it at the beginning of the day or near the end of the day when there's hardly anybody in line waiting for it. Next up is the American Eagle, another wooden roller coaster. It used to race, now it doesn't. So with that being said, it is very bumpy, but it's enjoyable depending on where you sit. So if you're sitting on a wheel seat, it's going to be bumpy, but if not, then you won't have to worry about anything. Next up is a former coaster. Number 7 is Ragin' Cajun. Now I believe that is out in Maryland, if I'm not mistaken, at Six Flags America. Love that ride. It was just like Dark Knight, but it was an outdoor ride. It was right over by where the Joker is right now, or near where the Joker is. Love that ride. It was fun. 4 people got to sit in a car, so a family of 4 can sit together. The only issue was the line was really long with that one. Next up is the Free Fly Coaster, the Joker, one of my favorite rides. That's going to be number 6 on the list. Joker, one of my favorites at Great America. Flipping head over heels several times. I think the most flips I ever got on the ride, I think, was 6 or 7 flips, and that was on purple side. Next up is Viper. Best idea, ride it early in the day or near the end of the night because that line will get long, especially if they ran it backwards, and I did ride it forward and backwards, and both ways were amazing. So that's number 5. Number 4 is X-Flight, the wing coaster. One of the smoothest coasters at Great America. One of my favorites. I enjoy the feeling of being on the side of the track. And I have ridden on both sides, the right and the left side, and both sides are equally amazing. The only thing I would like to see them come back is the effects that they used to have, the water and the mist and the fog. Number 3 is Vertical Velocity. First time I ever rode it was in 2017, and I've been running it ever since. Amazing ride, launch coaster, just amazing. Now number 2, this is debatable for me. Number 2 will be Goliath. I'm going to go with Goliath for number 2. One of the tallest, fastest, steepest wooden roller coasters in the nation before Steel Vengeance came. That's at Cedar Point. But it's a fun ride. I did marathon it back in 2018, 8 times in a row, and my legs felt like jelly, but it is a very fun ride. And the best place to sit on Goliath is in the back, very last row, because you get so much airtime. You don't know what to expect, especially when you get up to the top. Because when you get to the top of the climb before you go down the drop, you just see all the other cars going. You don't even get that hesitation at the top. You just go right over, and yeah, it's just amazing. And finally, number 1 is Raging Bull. It's a B&M Hyper coaster. That is my favorite ride at the theme park. First drop is amazing. Only thing that kills it is the trim brake after the first drop. That basically kills the momentum. But depending on where you are sitting on that ride, it does go by pretty quick. And it is just amazing. The only 2 rides I didn't have rode yet is Max Force, the new coaster that they got last season. I haven't rode that yet. I'm hoping to ride it soon, hopefully. And the other ride I have not ridden, and it's not a coaster, is Mardi Gras Hangover. I have no intentions of riding that at all. There's 3 rides that were at Great America that I never rode in my lifetime. One of them was Shockwave, that was removed for Superman Ultimate Flight. Then you had Deja Vu, which was closed the majority of the time anyway because of mechanical issues, and that's where Buccaneer Battle is. And then Iron Wolf is where Z-Force was, and Goliath is currently. So those are only 3 rides that I never got to ride. So once again, the order from 18 through number 1. Number 18 is El Loco at the Avenger Dome. Number 17 is Rocket Rockets. 16 Little Dipper. 15 Demon. 14 Canyon Blaster, also at the Avenger Dome here in Vegas. 13 Superman Ultimate Flight. Number 12 Dark Knight. Number 11 Wizard. Number 10 The Big Apple Coaster in New York, New York. Number 9 Batman. Number 8 Eagle. Number 7 Raging Cajun. Number 6 Joker. Number 5 Viper. Number 4 X-Flight. Third is Vertical Velocity, also known as V2. Number 2 is Goliath, and number 1 is Raging Bull. But number 1 and 2 is either Bull or Goliath and Bull, because both of them are my favorite coasters. So once again, if you guys are not yet subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. Leave a like down on this video, and tell me what your top coasters are. At least your top 5. Let's have a discussion about this in the comment section below. Once again, I'm J-Dog. Peace out.